Coach, we find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Oakland Raiders and the Denver Broncos. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. First carry for Royce Freeman. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Second down, Mayfield. And the grab made by the tight end Pruitt. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. And he's got Hireman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well. A first down throw for Mayfield. Rolling to his right. And he fires one that's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. He's got his man on the crossing route. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A Raider first down, 17 yards. Now a carry here for Orleans Darkwa. And a short gain here down to the 22. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
In today's NFL, you hear all the time about stretching the field and creating space in order to run plays. A toss play will help accomplish that because now you're pushing a defense to chase you all the way to the edges and to the sideline. That's a nice run, probing now early to try and get things done later.
From the gun now on 3rd down, Carr. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. As his guys are in for 6. And the Raiders have taken the early lead.
And that's exactly what you're supposed to do with good field position. You make the other side pay when you don't have far to go for the score.
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And with a marker down, he's up just past the 25-yard line, but I think they're going to be going backwards. Let's check the call. And Denver getting set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll be a second down. Now a handoff. It's Freeman. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Lucky 56.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Open man, and that's his tight end, Jake Butt. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. They convert on third with a gain of 22.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Complete outright to Jake Butt. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big play there on the catch and run. 55 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that and have explosive...
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. They'll look to run with Freeman. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Royce Freeman, his first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. McManus's point after is good, and we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. Gets around him. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Carr now on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Derek Wolfe. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. Second and 19. Shotgun now for Carr. Quick throw that's complete on the inside slant. And he's able to get up here to the 26. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completion.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. And he will lose yardage here back to his own. Six. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now a second down throw for Mayfield. Swings it out to the flat for Freeman. And Freeman lost the football. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score. And a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower postgame. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. And the mile-high air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. And they've got to be still reeling from the events of a moment ago. What a turn on that last play.
You're knocking on the door. You're about to take it in. You think you're going to get some points on the board. Instead, you cough it up and watch them take it the rest of the way to the opposite end zone. That's a 2-score swing that you just gave up.
Hurry up, here we go.
Now the pitch to Freeman. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver.
Hurry up, here we go.
And they'll go on the ground. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
First down, Mayfield. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Mayfield now on second down. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. Extra point from McManus is good. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. Don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
It's a gain of a yard, and it takes us to the 2-minute warning. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. Back to Denver right after this. 2nd and 9 now from the 21. Here's Darquan. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard. On the run, Darquan. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They'll run with Darquan. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And now the Broncos will burn another timeout here. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
29.
They run with Hines. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll be 3rd down. Now Carr. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
Here we go. 1, 2.
into the red zone. It's Carr. A dump off now to Hill. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Raiders have moved out in front. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And coming out now, the Broncos. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And just 18 seconds remain till halftime as they come up on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Mayfield going up top. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Mayfield off the play fake. Flush to his right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that one falls incomplete. A 50-50 ball. A little dangerous. Could have been picked. Now it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Raiders out in front. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Now Darquan, and he'll get this only up to about the 35. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
They'll run again now with Darquan. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing on first down is Carr. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders. Carr will come up here with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Cooper was the intended target. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but, boy, he's playing really well.
Following the interception, Mayfield. That'll be caught right side by Hamilton. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 14 yards there on the pickup, and it'll make it 2nd down.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job, and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
Here's Mayfield. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Mayfield now from the 50. And Sutton hauls it in over the middle. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Gun.
Mayfield now. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. From the gun, Mayfield. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
This quarterback now over 300 yards now for the game, and time to improve on that as he's got a first and 10.
Detroit! Gone! 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 Gone!
Mayfield to throw it. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Gary and Conley. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smile.
Yeah, we didn't jinx him at all, did we?
No.
Because ordinarily that happens. Things fall off, but not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique. His ability to see the quarterback throw the ball while understanding where the receiver is running his route allows him to make a lot of plays on the football, and he's taking it away at a really high rate.
And he finds a man on the crossing route. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So a first and 10 now in Denver territory at the 43.
694!
Welcome back now to Denver. Now on first down. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Mayfield now after the fumble recovery. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off near the 42. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Give him 7 on the play, and it's a second down. Now Carr. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
637.
On first and 10, here's Carr. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Again, they'll throw with Carr. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he is going to lose yardage here. Here's Hines. Powerful running. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it's going to be third down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14.
7:34.
Carr. And look at this. Oh, no, he lost the football. The Broncos say they have it. They do.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Got a man open. It's Sutton. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. To throw, Mayfield. That's caught left side by Jake Butt. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Gone! Set! Green 39! Green 39!
First down, Mayfield. Eluding the pressure right. And this one is incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. A 2nd down throw for Mayfield. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Now a desperation throw deep downfield and nearly intercepted there. That would have been ball game if he had clinched it and caught it. Instead, it gives him one more chance here on 4th down. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. And they'll run it here. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation. And now the Broncos will burn another timeout here, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Orleans Darkwa, his first touchdown on the year. And the Raiders add on to their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a two-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Throwing again, Mayfield on 2nd and 10. And he hits his target, Deshaun Hamilton. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A good pick up there at 20 yards.
Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Detroit. Detroit.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. He's going to let it fly. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Set. 319. 319. All right, now, lucky 56.
They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield being chased out left. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down. Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Lucky 56.
A 1st down throw for Mayfield. He's going to let it fly. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
Got to be wary of throwing an interception here because the defense knows they're going to get tested deep. That's why they're going to put a couple of extra guys back there to try and prevent that.
Yeah, late in the 4th quarter here trying to preserve the lead. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Mayfield with it once more. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete. Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there, hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call, and you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all of that yardage. That would be a big play.
Detroit! Detroit!
Going to the air again with Mayfield. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Now, if you're going to get rid of it, you better get outside the pocket.
Yeah, you have to get outside of that tackle-to-tackle box, right? Get out there, and then you can do it legally, but he wasn't able to do so, and they end up losing the down as well.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Let's go. 3-19.
Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Detroit! Let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Raiders are going to win the football game. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right. Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted, no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Raiders, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to New England to take on the Patriots. Meanwhile, for Denver, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to KC to take on the Chiefs. Thanks for tuning in, everybody, alongside